Alrighty, let's continue with Horizon Forbidden West here. So it's been a week and 1 day since I last played, so we'll see whether I remember all of my controls. I hope I do. And we had just gotten past the tutorial section, so we're into free roam territory now. Alright, here we go. Let's just have a quick look around for resources before I go any further. And remember my controls. And I've got yep. Alright. Let's go. You can fast travel between campfires if discovered. Okay, so it's the same system for saving. Pick up any loot that we find here. It already looks gorgeous.
Maybe is that enough?
So we've got some burrowers down there. Oh, we've still got the wild boars. So let's do a bit of stealth with these guys.
Machine's weak to fire.
Alright, we've got 3 burrowers, so let's take these little guys out. He almost saw me. Come over here, buddy. Come here.
Time to fight.
Ah, fuck, that didn't work. Oh, that's not the part of it I thought it was. They get there. Gotta get the little compartment on top of them. There we go. Right. That was a bit spicy to start with. I thought I pressed to silent strike there, but I obviously didn't.
Couch is full, but my pack has room.
Ah, it's a glyph. I was like, what am I looking at? Alright. Sun liquor politics. Scanned glyph. Scroll. A grease-stained scroll filled with hastily scrawled glyphs. The sun lickers and their scorched out diplomacy. Let's not fuss around the forge. It's a pretty word the Kaja use for not sleeping onto Narc toes, not stepping onto Narc toes, which they shouldn't. They have every reason to be afraid of those brutes, but I'm not Kaja. I didn't try and invade the West over and over again, just because I felt like it. I have no use for these embassies, another polite term for waving the white flag and saying please don't kill us. And now I'm stuck on this side of the wall too, because the Kaja couldn't keep it in their sheath. Yeah, sure, things are different now. Sun King Avad believes in peaceful dialogue. Whoop-de-doo for you. But simple delvers, traders and tinkers like me are sitting on our hands until priests and marshals finish their little tea party or whatever it is they do there. Not to mention our brothers and sisters on the other side of the wall. How are they supposed to get help and supplies when the gate is shut tight? How much longer do we have to cool our heels? I heard they're waiting on some sun priest to arrive, but where those nitwits the root of the problem to begin with? They riled up the Mad Sun King to start the Western invasion in the first place. Writing this was supposed to calm me down, but it's only blown up the bellows. The longer that gate stays closed, the more shards I lose. I've had it. I'm heading over to Barren Light. Someone's going to get a blast of hot air for all of that good it will do. Ooh. So tensions are high. Seems like most people just want to get on with it really, but because of the hostilities, they've not been allowed to just get on with trade like normal, and it's causing some unrest. The hell is this? What are you? Green shines silver.
A gemstone. It's green like glaze, but it's hard and shiny. I wonder if merchants would be interested.
You have found a piece of green shine, a rare and valuable resource. Hidden all over the world, green shine can be used for upgrading certain weapons and outfits, or trading with specific merchants. Okay. So, forgetting my buttons there, Xbox controller buttons. So we've got sort of a blue gleam type deal there. around here a bit more. Pick up any medicine in that we see along the way as well. Oh, what are you? River bloom. That. Let's collect some boar skins and that while we're here. Oh, no an improved sound for them. We'll collect as much ridgewood as possible. Because the more I collect now, the less I have to do later. Alright, we've got some boars up here we can kill.
It's a dead machine. It must be a bristleback. Errand took it down.
There we go. Oh, the raccoon! Oh my god, that's so cute! The, look of the animals has definitely changed for the better. They look much more realistic now.
Drew said I could get my bow upgraded in there. Might be able to tinker with my other gear too.
Ah, not gonna be able to get that bow. I need to look over here. Where was that bristleback she was talking about? Ah, here we are.
Soaked with acid.
Oh.
Did the bristlebacks do this?
The hell is that machine meant to look like? Oh. I can't tell what that machine's meant to look like. It looks like a buffalo sort of a thing. Nothing else around and it won't let me scan it. There we go. Oh, the water in this game is so pretty.
Keep this for a cook.
I love the names of the new cities and stuff as well. Like Chainscrape just sounds so cool. Alright. We'll go to Chainscrape first and see if anything what we can upgrade.
That's the savior. Wanna come in, savior? Welcome to Chainscrape, savior.
Open up, guys. Dwarf's orders.
Good enough for me.
She's so beautiful.
The forge. Petra? Aloy.
Oh, Petra!
What are you doing here?
Aww.
About time there was something worth looking at in this dump.
It's nice to see you too.
And not a moment too soon. Come on.
Petra looks different. It's nice to see her in a better
Brewery's the only thing I
model.
can count on in this place.
Yeah, I heard. Machines, work stoppage.
Oh, those are just the latest malfunctions. Chain scrape's always been a few tools short of a kit. And right there is the biggest tool of all.
Our land, not our problem. The bristlebacks are everybody's problem.
Roland?
You've heard of him,
Yeah.
but he's a story best told over a cold beer.
Petra. I'm just passing through. I'm headed west.
Oh,
There's an embassy at Barren Light I need to make happen, and then I keep moving.
ah, of course. Bigger gears to grind. Well, Flame Hair, good to see you. I've got to move on.
Petra.
But if you want a cold beer and a few laughs with an old friend, come find me at the brewery. Your choice.
Well, this Olvan guy sounds like trouble. Maybe Petra could use some support. But first things first, I need to find that workbench and upgrade my bow.
Aww. Everyone's just trying to catch up and have a nice conversation with her after she disappeared. And then Aloy's like, I've got to get to work. It's kind of sad, to be honest. Like, I get she's an outcast and she's used to being alone and how busy she is saving the world or whatever else, but like, allow yourself some time to actually talk to people and get to know them, you know? Just relax a bit, Aloy.
Took you long enough.
Oh, we got another glyph here. Hammers for hire. Scanned glyph. Scroll partially burnt from page of an illustrated pamphlet. It's hammerin' time. I know, whatever will the hammers for hire do now that Gurnet has lost all their earnings to devious dices. I think that's how you say that. Gurnet? Another mercenary's job. That's what. In this episode, our heroes delve deep into a mysterious tunnel at the edge of the claim, searching for an elderman's missing daughter. Inside, they'll find a machine that will give them the fight of their lives. Can they survive the drilling jaws of a ravenous giant? Will they save the missing maiden? Find out in the latest issue of Hammer for Hire. Name Takers and Rock Breakers. Oh, so they've got their own little sort of newspaper thing going on, hey?
Almost ready to go?
Be the death of all of us.
What happened to you?
That damn mine is what happened to me. It won't be the last injury if Olden keeps shoving those tongs into those tunnels.
What mine?
Northeast of Chain Scrape, where the river ends. I told Corvin we should stop when the first cave-in happened, but Olven probably threatened to cut off our pay. Or worse.
How about you slow down and take me through it? You mentioned you were injured in a cave-in.
Yeah, a couple days ago. That's how I hurt this blasted leg. Corvin and the others were opening a new vein while I was checking on an older one. As soon as their blast hit, the tunnel I was in collapsed. Might have dodged it if I wasn't running on barely a spark of sleep. We were pushing too hard and too fast.
And you're afraid Corvin and the others might not be as lucky if it happens again.
Mm-hmm. Hit the nail right on the head.
How come Olvin's in charge? Don't these mines belong to the Karja?
Try telling Olvin that. He brought in all the backing to get him open. Might as well own them. Fire and spit. You ask him. He owns us as well.
Can we just talk about the animations too? Like, they're so much better than Zero Dawn, where they were just focused on their head and shoulders. Now we can see their whole body and they're moving more fluidly like realistic people, you know, instead of being more of a statue. I guess that's up to the mocap they used as well, so...
Who's Corvin?
He's their foreman. And a damn good one. The kind that knows how to deal with management when it gets unreasonable. But Olvend... his demands go beyond unreasonable. Corvin's been doing his best to appease him. He even blamed himself for my injury when it was Olvend who ordered the extra shifts.
Sounds like a good guy.
That's why we all put up with the long hours and lousy conditions. But if the whole mine becomes unstable, I'd rather suffer Olvend's wrath than die buried in rubble.
Okay, so we've got a mine to clear out by the look of it.
If I'm in the area.
I would appreciate that. Thank you.
I think we just gathered our first side quest. Alright. Take my time and have a proper look around. This is so much more dense than Zero Dawn's, like, cities or encampments. Like, look at the level of detail with the fires and everything. And all of the cloth and lights hanging around.
Heard the Tanakh might be opening up the border. Imagine the possibilities.
Right, let's look. There's always supply crates lying around these places. That's the glyph I just read. Yeah, we got some crates over here, so let's make our way around.
Sister! Over here!
Hope work wasn't too tiring yesterday.
Greetings!
You don't need to yell, my dude, I'm right next to you.
That took some getting used to, but it's grown on me.
Hey, I thought you'd left by now.
I love that we're hearing a lot more conversations as well, because in Zero Dawn there weren't really any NPCs that sort of talked or went about their own business. They all just sort of stood in the same place doing a couple of animations. They didn't really look lifelike or realistic, you know?
Hello!
Again, my dude, I'm right next to you. You don't need to yell.
Hello!
Yeah, it sound like they had the same voice actor then.
A shard for your thoughts, Nora.
Go home, you're drunk. Alright, so that's the workbench in there. Valuables crate, let's go and grab that.
Oh there!
I could take her.
Another supply crate over here. Yep, there it is. I've got crap eyesight to begin with, so if I don't see a supply crate straight away, it's probably just because it's too dense in here to actually be able to spot the little spike marker that tells you where it is. Like, look at the depth on this wood. Like, the textures are absolutely incredible. Like how weathered everything looks. And all of the little metalwork pieces on it. So bloody pretty. And I love how we can actually go inside the buildings now. Like, we could do that with a couple of buildings before in Zero Dawn. Like, Olin's apartment and that. But apart from scripted buildings, we couldn't get inside anything. Like, Rost's home is one of the main things we couldn't actually go inside, that everyone wanted to be able to explore. So now that they've got that option, it's amazing to be able to really explore what the structure and architecture was like. Oh, I like the music in here. That's a good supply crate. Oh, I really like this music. Just little atmospheric changes like that are really nice as well. It's really lovely to see that they've paid that much attention. Accidentally climbing over people. We've got something over here. See how much more lively it is? We had nothing like this in Zero Dawn. My eyebrows. Scanned glyph. Scroll a complaint form smudged with ash and filled with angry glyphs. Javad, please help. The product in question maimed me. I filled out the required form below and I still can't even get a refund from Delar and Boomer. I beg you, give me justice. Complaint. Jordat Guardsman? I don't know how to pronunciate these names. Product description. Bangbuster, I think. Boombuster? Doesn't matter. I bought it 3 days ago. I know you remember me. Incident description. Again, I just told you. I was demonstrating the scorched out hammer to my fellow guardsmen by slamming it on a piece of rock, and instead of booming the rock, it boomed toward me, and now I don't have any eyebrows. Am I surprised? Am I sad? Nobody can tell, since I no longer have eyebrows. So in case you weren't aware, let me tell you, I'm very unhappy and I want my shards back. Refund denied. Customer was made fully aware of the prototype's volatility at time of purchase. Proceeded with purchase regardless, proclaiming, I'm not a baby. Oh no. Well, I mean, if you're buying something called Boombuster, you've got to have the potential liability of it exploding in your face instead of what you're meant to be exploding. So, kind of your own fault there, man. Alright, I've got to pause this for a second. I've just got to reply to someone. I've just gotten a message. Actually, while I'm waiting for a reply from my partner on this message, we'll stand in here for a bit and just listen to the atmosphere. It'll be a little bit more interesting while I'm waiting for a reply. Alright. Now that we're sorted out, let's have a look around. That's outside. Let's go and save. Oh, you're fine. Accidentally bang into someone. Alright. Let's go back in. Oh, there's a supply crate. Alright. I see a quest, so let's go and find that. Here we are.
Hey, Mildef. Mildef. Took some of your stew last time I went into the wilds. Kept me going for a week. Felt like I could have put a strider in a sleeper hole.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds like you're serving up some impressive provisions here.
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Olvin didn't send you?
No.
Oh, my apologies. It's just that his minions won't stop pestering me. Now I've even worn out my special grill. Since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps you could skip to what it is you wanted?
Some of your food?
Of course.
Oh, we'll go this
How
place.
did you end up in Chainscrape?
Heard about a new and upcoming town at the edge of the frontier. Where there's a town, there's a tavern. I was in need of work. So I got myself out here and started cooking. Some of these people had never tasted proper boars and berries stew before. Anyway, next thing I knew, people kept coming back. Guess they liked my food. Or the ale.
Are Ulvin's people causing you problems?
Oh, yeah. They constantly demand my best, but the equipment I need to make my signature dishes isn't built for batch cooking. And don't get me started on the Ulvin discount they feel so entitled to.
And if you refuse?
I make meals, not trouble.
Oh, poor guy. I feel him after working in hospitality for 5 years.
Your last customer mentioned your cooking really kept him going out in the wild. Where I'm headed, I could use some of that.
I would be happy to oblige, especially since you have the decency to ask pleasantly. But my special groove griddle is no more. Without it, I can't cook any of my signature dishes. I hate to think what'll happen when I'm forced to refuse Olvin or his goons. Even if I already had the right ingredients, there's nothing I can do. Unless you can source me a temporary replacement?
What do you need?
For the ingredients, a few pieces of decent wild meat, and I'd say a big handful of bitter leaf stems. That'll do. As for the griddle, a corrugated metal panel might suffice. Until I can have a new one forged, you'd likely find one in a scrounger pile. If you follow the river to the northeast. Don't worry, I'll clean it first. You'll have no issue finding boars and bitter leaf on your way. Assuming you're as much a hunter-gatherer as your clothing suggests.
Thanks, Mildef. I'll keep an eye out.
So that's what gratitude sounds like.
And don't let anyone push you around, okay?
If you say so.
That's sweet.
Already got enough wild meat. Just need to pick some bitter leaf and grab a metal panel from a scrounger pile.
Can do. Oh my god, look how beautiful that is. God, this game is gorgeous. What's over here? And another supply crate over here. I like how if you run into the NPCs they actually say like ow or watch it.
Hey, I thought you'd left by now.
Alright.
If I were a sober man, I would salute you.
I think I saw a quest somewhere here, but I don't know where. A little quest marker came up. Ah, yep, down there.
We are on the same side here, Owen. The bristlebacks threaten us all.
Another supply crate.
Who let the bristlebacks into the valley?
What do you want, Oland? Some kind of payment?
My dear magistrate, you think I can be bought? If you want that whistle blown, all you have to do is have your soldiers remove the bristlebacks and sign the concession decree. Face it, what other choice do you have?
Hi.
Savior, what auspicious timing. Might we discuss a matter of importance to the Sundom?
We might. Later.
Very well. I shall be waiting.
So, the savior herself. Walloper of Derval, gutter of Hughes.
Maybe.
I've heard many tales of your beauty and heroics, my fierce lady warrior. Olfent Freeholder, at your service. So, what could have dragged you away from the fine silks and wine of Meridian to this smudge of a settlement? Your saviorly attention must be needed elsewhere.
I'm here for the embassy and—
The embassy? Why, by the forge. Ah. Greater gears for greater matters. Guess that means you'll be moving on.
once I've dealt with any problems around here that need my saviorly attention.
Ah, the bristlebacks, of course. Got to get rid of them if you want that embassy to take place. Well, best get to it, hey? And off you go.
Not so fast.
You
You
want
don't
to
seem
know
to
more
have a
about the
high
Carja
opinion of
down
the
here.
magistrate?
Well, I refuse to play nice to some fancy-robed parchment pusher when my fellow laborers are being bullied, intimidated, and taken advantage of.
How noble of you.
Noble, ha! Born with a hammer in hand, I was. Nobody handed me anything or dropped opportunity into my lap. Everything I've achieved, I've done on my own.
And where is this hammer now?
The, burden of leadership forced me to set it aside. The Carja risk nothing, while demanding that good Osram gamble with their lives out there. Someone had to step up and say no more.
You ordered the work stoppage?
Indeed I did. We're laborers, not soldiers. Until the Carja clean up their mess and give us the fair deal we deserve, I'm not risking Osram lives.
Fair deal? You mean your concession decree?
It's not my decree. It's on behalf of all the good Osserum laborers of this land who do all the back-breaking work, while only the Carja reap the rewards. All we're asking for is the ability to share in this prosperity for a land worked by the people, for the people.
Right. And just how much would be your share?
Only an amount appropriate to my contributions to this community, of course.
Sure, mate.
If Chainscrape is on Karja land, shouldn't a Karja be in charge? Who appointed you?
The sensibilities of good Osserum folk, of course. You think a Karja can head this whole venture? Ah! The magistrate can barely make the trek from Barren Light without losing a few screws.
So you have no real authority then? People only follow you because you say so. Loudly.
Anyone who has followers has authority. I've been with Chainscrape from the beginning. I mean, I'm practically its founder, and its honest folk know I'm indispensable to its success.
I don't think they do.
You said you founded Chainscrape. Somehow I doubt that.
Practically founded, I said. I alone saw its potential when it was just a smattering of tents in Barren Light's shadow. I invested in the mine, convinced some friends back home to do the same, and here we are. You could say Chainscrape is what it is thanks to me.
Oh, so you're not just standing around and profiting off everyone else?
Not at all.
Say it like it is,
I make a
Aloy.
little return on my investment here and there, but my main priority, as it was from the beginning, is to look after the well-being of these honest, working Osserum.
Where's the whistle?
Right in the middle of town, but with the threat out there, I'm not endangering innocent Osserum lives.
I'm going to clear out the bristlebacks. And when I'm done, this valley is gonna get moving.
If that's what it takes. Until then, I'll keep looking after the safety of these good folk.
Just be ready to blow the whistle. Better see what that Karja magistrate wanted.
Alright.
He's in the tavern.
Must be someone round here worth talking to.
Anyone see where I put my drink? Anyone? Anyone? Oh, there it is.
Say hi to your sister for me.
Are you a sight for sore eyes? Am I lost or am I?
Oh, there.
Hello. Meet in the house.
Can I talk to you? Don't think I can talk to him.
Shop
Here we
looks
are.
closed.
Yep.
Can I still use the workbench?
I ain't gonna stop you. I am
Alright.
certainly
Oop.
so.
Wrong button again. Alrighty. Let's see what we can upgrade. I think the bow's definitely going to be the one I want to upgrade first. This is completely different from Zero Dawn, so it's going to take me a while to figure out how to do this. Let's... Says I can upgrade, so let's just upgrade and see what changes. Acid Hunter arrows, that's different. Okay. And we can upgrade again apparently, we've got enough stuff. Weapon stats improved, good. Let's go one more time, why not? I like the sounds. Weapon stats improved. New weapon attributes. Empty coil slot. Hey, now we've actually got coil slots. Alright. Let's see whether we can upgrade the frost sling. We can. Weapon stats improved. Oh, we need a bristleback circulator. Alright, that should be easy enough to get if we do that quest. At least we've upgraded our bow now. Alright, acid arrows. An ammo that deals acid damage is now available in your inventory. Use your focus to scan enemies and see if they are weak to acid. Hitting enemies with acid will build up to the corroding state. Once in this state, an enemy's armor takes damage over time and has reduced damage resistance. Shoot acid canisters with acid arrows to deteriorate them and trigger a large elemental explosion. So basically like your freeze canisters, shot canisters and fire canisters in Zero Dawn. Good to know. Can we actually make any at the moment? No, we can't.
This should be useful.
Gearing up for some work, I see.
Now I just need to find Erend and help him clear the bristlebacks.
Right.
Look at you!
Since it's only the introductory area, I don't think we're going to have too many quests here. So...
Someone said I have the best singing voice.
Ooh, who are you?
Bet even the Savior needs some battle practice.
Okay.
You wanted to speak to me?
Well, you know better than anyone it's a dangerous world out there, and not just against machines. Name's Oder. This here's my training pit. Best place to practice close combat this side of the Forbidden West. Say, I wonder who'd win in a fight. You, the Savior of Meridian, Champion of the East, or the Enduring, Master of the West.
Who?
The Enduring, a legendary Tenakth fighter, the Master of Masters. I've heard the Tenakth have training pits just like this one. It's how the warriors get so fierce, see? And only the very best from the pits get to train with the Enduring.
So, to find the Enduring, I should look for these training pits if I'm ever out that way?
You'll have to go far if you do. The Tenakth are split into 3 clans. 3 clans, 3 capitals, 3 training pits. My guess is you'd have to beat all of them if you want to train with the Enduring. If the Tenakth don't kill you on sight, that is. But that's a far spark in the wind. As for right now, I also offer challenges to test your fighting skill.
Who would I be fighting exactly? You?
Well, I know you're the Savior and all, but you have to beat all the others first to challenge me. Rules are rules. We only use dual blades and practice arrows, mind. These drunken fools would run themselves through otherwise. You'll have to leave everything but your spear and practice arrows at the gate. But I'll look after your gear, not to worry. So, what do you say? Up for some training?
I might be.
That's what I like to hear.
Okay, so this is like a hunting ground then? Melee pits test your close quarter fighting skills against other human opponents. Complete all challenges against other fighters to ultimately face the pit master. The pit also allows you to practice your melee skills in a focused tutorial or an open-ended training session. Okay, that's different. It sounds more exciting than what Zero Dawn offered, that's for sure. Tutorials, challenges, or practice. Ooh. They've got a setup like Battlefront here with different challenges inside the actual challenge itself. We'll go a tutorial, why not? Light attacks. Yeah. Alright, we'll start a tutorial on that. Have no idea how this will go. Alright.
Well, I do like the sound of my voice. You're having.
You think I forgot? And no. Almost ready to go?
Alright, I love how the armor turns purple now on the humans as well when you destroy their armor.
That attacks are fast, but easily blocked. So learn to combine them with other attacks.
Okay. I mean, pretty self-explanatory, it's only a tutorial level, so... Heavy attacks. Let's do that one. And remember, I'm on hard difficulty too.
Come find you later.
Everyone wants to hear.
Oh, missed that one.
Heavy attacks break weapon blocks and
There
do
we
more
go.
damage. But they're slow, so your opponents might counterattack.
I like how it actually has a tutorial for it now instead of just smacking random training dummies and figuring out the melee through that, like in Zero Dawn. Let's go for power attacks.
Power attacks smash weapon blocks to really hammer an enemy with damage. But they're slow and leave you vulnerable, so pick your moment.
Right. That's different. I've already done a couple of them on accident, so I already knew about them. Resonator Blast, that's different. Nora Warrior. They're locked, so I can't do them yet. Challenges are blocked. Practice. Let's do one of these.
Never fear, my lady. You have found me.
Ah, he dodged.
Get busy now, but we'll talk soon. I'll come find you later.
Oh, tough luck.
Okay. And remember, I haven't played Forbidden West in a week. And I haven't played Zero Dawn in about a month. So, I am a bit rusty on my melee and my dodging. So that will be good to use as practice for when I get back into it. That's very handy. I like that. Just check around the outskirts here. what's up here?
Oh, hi!
Alright. We'll go back and save one more time. Now that we've got all of the quests I can see in here at the moment. And have a look at our quest menu. Doo-doo-doo. We'll do this one for now. Alright, we've got to go to a scrounger pit. Alright. Let's get going here.
Anyone see where I put my drink? Anyone? Look at her go.
What do I have? 2 waypoints. Dash of courage. Ah, they're both for dash of courage, that's why. Alright, let's go up and around then. I think it wants me to go up and around here. Yeah.
Okay, I think I have enough bitter leaf.
Alright. Now we just need the scrounger site for the cast iron skillet. Oh. There we go. Can we just take a moment to realize how pretty this is as well? Like, holy crap. Alright, so we're going back this way a bit. Oh, boar. If I take away anything from Zero Dawn, it's that if you see animals on the way, kill them, because they will come in very handy for satchel upgrades down the track, so that you don't have to do hunting every 3 bloody seconds. Oh, we've got the same visuals going on for highlighting names for cities and stuff along the way. Oh, they're the same as...
Machine doesn't like fire.
Same as before. Let's just check we're heading in the right direction on the map. Yep. Alright. Fanghorn. That's different. I'm not even gonna try and kill them because I don't know what they'll do. If I have fire arrows, I'd presume they explode like grazers, but they may not. Alright, here we are.
Scavengers. Motive said I could find a metal panel in one of their scrap piles.
Let's tag all of these buggers. I think there's only 2 of them. Oh no, there's 3. Alright. 1 down. Look away there, little buddy. There we go. So far I'm a little bit sad that some of the creatures look the same, they're just slightly modified. But I'm sure some of the other creatures definitely won't be like that. Alright. I can hear another one of those burrowers. I mustn't have spotted another one properly. Yeah, he's up there.
Could use fire against it.
I know Halo, but I don't have a fire arrow. I'm forgetting how to use me rocks. There we go. Bring him a bit closer. Come here, buddy. I did throw another rock, so he should be coming closer, but he's not. So I'll have to wait until he's got a blue light. And then sneak my way up there to him. There we go. Oh, we got a supply crate up here. Some more health. Right, we need to be a bit careful about this, because if they're anything like scrappers, I don't want to deal with how agile they are. Right, there's nothing else. Ooh. Alright, we accidentally got that one's attention, but that's alright. We just stay calm. And while that one's looking away, we get this one. Right. Now that one's aware, but that's okay. We've killed that other one now. Ooh. Gotta be a bit careful. I don't have any sort of strike from above ability yet, which is annoying. Go on, turn around. I've got to wait until he goes on his blue light again and turns around. Yep, there we go. I fudged that up. There we go. Oh my god, they're strong. Not me casually forgetting where the hell my D-pad is because of Xbox controller D-pad being down below. Right.
Okay. Now to look through the scrap piles for a metal pen.
That was dicey, but we got there. Like I said, I'm used to my D-pad being below where my analog stick is on the Xbox. But on the PlayStation it's above it, so I get a bit mixed up at times. But she'll be right. I'll get used to it. What am I climbing on right now? What was I climbing on just then? Can I get to the box, please? Okay, I'm just gonna leave that. Apparently I can't reach it. Alright.
No metal panel.
Search the scrounger piles. Get all of our resources back. So that's the same. So, yeah. I'm playing on hard difficulty, so just to prove that I am, you know, it's not just me being silly, it's me deciding to play on hard the first time I play through the game, of course. Give myself a challenge and then make myself look stupid in one stroke.
I think I have everything I need for Mildev. Good thing too. I could use a decent meal.
Alright.
Secret ingredient for someone, I'll bet.
Anything else we missed? Alright, let's just double check our map. No, we're all good. Let's head back to Chain Scrape. I'm actually really liking how many supply crates we've been finding in the world so far. Especially in the, like, beginner, I guess you could say, section, before you go out into, like, the really, really free roam portion of the map. It sets you up a bit better than what the Embrace in Zero Dawn did, because there weren't too horribly many supply caches apart from like in the actual townships. So you really had to sort of go hunting for them in Zero Dawn, whereas here you're quite lucky to find them pretty much everywhere, so... You know what? Let's... Nah, I don't want to risk it actually, because I just got all of that meat and supplies that I needed for the quest, so I don't want a chance having it be destroyed and restarting. Why is this burrower seeing me? So, you didn't see anything, but apparently you did. There we go. I was about to say, you didn't see anything, sir. Oh, I thought there was a machine there with that glow. Alright. Let's go and see our friend again. Oh, I forget that we have to go to the side of it.
Ah, there you are. I happen to receive another visit from Olvin himself. He was pushy, but I stood my ground. And dare I say it, I even got my own back. Yes, I did.
I'm listening.
When I made his meal, I used 3 pinches of salt. Instead of 2.
Each journey begins with a single step, I guess. I think I have everything you asked for.
Then just as you have inspired me, let us see if I can return the favor. Time to cook.
Aw, he reminds me a lot of Gildan.
Wow. Mildef, that was inspired.
Next time you want the best provisions, you know where to find me. And your next order of any dish will be on the house.
Thanks. And don't forget to stand up for yourself.
Funny you should say that. As it happens, I'm already cooking up my next portion of resistance. Hope to see you again.
Aw. Cause yeah, it's always been a thing of we've never actually seen Aloy eat or like drink apart from potions. Oh.
Might be a good idea to stock up on some food before I head back out. See what else Mildef's cooking up.
Aloy, change your mind about that brew?
There we go.
To revel in some strike, sister? Let me set the board.
I was just passing by.
First timer, huh? Don't worry about it. I'll go easy on you. You got any pieces?
No.
Well, aren't you in luck then? I got an extra set. A Tanakh original straight out of the Forbidden West. Sit. I'll run you through it in a hot spark. I'll give you something special if you win at all my boards, too.
Gambling. Okay. Oh my goodness. This is so much more in depth than I was prepared for. Beginner's tutorial. We'll see what it's about. I'm not too good with games or anything. Like when I was playing through Red Dead, I didn't play a single poker game unless it was scripted, and I botched it because I do not know how to play poker at all. Never learned how to play any card games or anything like that. Know how to play blackjack, but that's it, literally. But then again, I don't gamble at all, so let's start this up there and see where we go.
Start off simple. The Tanakh like to say that Machine Strike is a game of pure strategy. We each get a set of pieces. Each piece represents a kind of machine, and each machine is worth a different number of victory points. And to win the game, you'll need to gain 7 victory points by destroying the opponent's machines. It can be tricky remembering the details of every machine, so we use these notes to keep track of them. You see that number on the top right corner? That there is how many victory points you'll get for destroying that machine. Notes also tell you how far a piece can move, how powerful their attacks are, the distance they can strike from, and of course, their health. Okay, that's enough for now. Let's just play. I'll explain the rest as we go. I own the board, so I get to choose who goes first. Since this is your first time, I'll let you go. Usually you get to choose which pieces to set on the board, but this will do for now. Pick up that machine piece to your right, and move it forward. And remember, each machine can only move a certain distance. Take a look at your notes if you need a reminder.
Alright, so we've got a bit of a game of chess here, but with machines.
Move that machine forward. It's all part of the learning process. Just need to move that machine forward, Red.
It literally wants me to move it forward.
Easy enough, huh? Now, you get to move 2
I
machines.
thought we could move anyway.
So go ahead and pick a second machine.
Alright. Literally wants me to move it up there. Let's do that.
There's not much else to do for now, so just end your turn. We're forging onwards.
End my turn?
Let me move my pieces here. And we're back to you. This time, why don't you try attacking one of my pieces? Try with that machine on your right first. Now move the piece close enough to attack one of my machines. When performing an attack, you'll be testing your machine's combat power against the opponent's. A machine's combat power is a combination of the terrain your machine is standing on and its own attack power. This board only has grassland terrain, which has no effect on a machine's combat power. And your current machine has 2 points of attack power. So in total, your machine's combat power equals 2 points. Since my machine isn't the one attacking, it has 0 points of attack power. And just like your machine, it's not affected by grassland terrain. So right now, the difference in combat power between the 2 machines is 2 points. This means your machine can do 2 points of damage to my machine. Did you get all that?
Alright. I got all that.
Knew you were a smart one. finish up by attacking my machine.
Let's do it.
Pulling any punches, huh? Now grab that second machine of yours. See how your machine can't move close enough to attack mine? You can make your machine sprint. That lets it move one space further. Try it out. Downside to sprinting is that your machine can no longer attack. Now, some players like to take a risk and overcharge their machine in cases like this. Overcharging lets you attack after a sprint, but it will damage your machine's health by 2 points. So use at your own discretion. Let's try doing that now so you can see what I mean.
Alright.
That's about it for your turn then.
I'm getting the gist of it.
Now, I'll let you in on a neat trick. That machine of yours, the one closest to me, grab a hold of it. Same as in the wilds, machines have both armored points and weak points. You can see them marked on the pieces. Blue shows where their armor is thickest. Hit them there and you'll do some damage, but not a lot. Now, red shows the machine's weak points. Hit those and you'll deal a mighty blow. Here, let me show you. Rotate that piece so your machine faces mine.
Radio.
Now let that machine have it. Off the board she goes, and there's your first victory points. You don't have 7 of them yet, so let's keep going. Your machine attacked mine, but hasn't moved yet. Go ahead and move downwards towards my remaining piece. You've already attacked a machine and moved your piece. But if you overcharge your machine, you can attack a second time. By the look of your machine's health, you'd be sacrificing your piece to defeat mine. But sometimes, that can be a good thing. Overcharge your machine to attack mine a second time, and I'll show you what I mean.
Overcharge. Oh, not what I meant to do. And attack.
Ain't that a thrill? Now, because your machine was knocked out at the same time as mine, we both get the victory points our machines are worth. Good news is, since you're the one attacking, you're gonna receive your victory points before I do. Which means you can reach the coveted 7 victory points first. That's why sometimes losing a piece can be the best way to end a game in your favor. Now, you'll notice you didn't get quite up to 7 victory points this time, but you did destroy all my pieces. That means you're the winner! That wasn't so hard, was it? Just remember to always check for the best terrain to attack from. You'd be surprised the advantage you can gain over an opponent like that.
Okay.
I know my behind in a game or 2.
I'll try and remember that.
Oh, before I forget, these are all my spare pieces. I want the Savior of Meridian to have them. It's a small set to be sure, but it should be enough to get you in on any strike games you find out there. You might even fancy looking out for them strike carvers. They've got all kinds of unique pieces that can turn a game in your favor, though they'll need the right materials to craft you one. Or you might find them in the wilds if you're lucky. You know, I've lost my fair share of pieces after a night of machine hunting or brew hopping. No need to thank me. Always a pleasure to help out new strike players. Now, if you feel like playing a real game, I've got plenty of other boards. I could even teach you a few more tricks if you're up for it.
Thanks. I'll think about it.
Okay. So that's very different. We had nothing like that in Zero Dawn. I'll leave it there for now. I definitely want to go and see Petra.
Couldn't resist some good company. Come for that beer after all, eh? Here, sit down. Get a pint in her hand. Wasn't expecting you to swing by.
Since when do I do what's expected?
Ha! There's that spark. Fire and spit.
Fire and spit.
Aw.
That's a blast from the bellows. Won't fix the forge, but at least I can forget about my troubles for a while.
Like what?
Take your pick. We got bodies to bury from the bristlebacks, the work stoppage, Olvin grating the gears about his concession decree. Hey! Weapons off the table!
Oh, I love Petra.
Don't listen to me. Nothing a cold brew and knocking some heads together can't fix eventually.
So about Olvend.
Around here, everything's about Olvend.
How'd he end up in charge?
He got here early, like a squirrel smelling a fat nut. He knew rebuilding Barren Light would need stone and timber. So he jangled purses all over Mainspring, getting investors to front claims on anything in the Daunt that might be worth a damn. Thing is, all the bankers back home know that this is Karja land, and the Sun King can revoke those claims at any time. That's why he's desperate for the magistrate to sign off on a concession decree.
This concession decree, what is it exactly? And how would it help Olvend?
It's big diddle, that's what.
A writ that would put all Osram claims in the Daunt under Osram law, even though they're on Karja land. It would mean that any existing ore, stone, and timber claims couldn't be revoked by the Karja. No more risk, no more hesitation for investors back in the claim to pour in the shards and expand their business. And since Olvend has a stake in all those claims, it would make him richer than a scrapper in a junk heap. Not to mention Chainscrape would become an Osram municipality, so he could buy enough votes to call himself an Elderman. He's a sly old badger, I'll give him that. Figures if he keeps up the pressure, eventually the magistrate will sign.
So the bristlebacks in the Daunt.
Charming.
Where did they come from?
That's the thing. No one rightly knows. They just showed up one day, rampaging around the valley like they exploded out of a forge. Lost some good people. But I heard talk of some vanguards trying to take them down.
Did they come through here?
Stopped by briefly for supplies. Olvend was none too pleased. Won't be able to crank it to his advantage once the bristlebacks are gone.
But how could bristlebacks in the Daunt help Olvend?
2 words. Concession decree. Since no one knows where the bristlebacks came from, Olvend has taken to blaming the Karja for them. He's hoping to dig up enough old resentments to get a strike going until the concession's signed. This is just his latest attempt. He's been trying to rile up the workers since the day he rolled into town.
And people actually believe him?
Lots of folks suffered at the hands of the Mad King during the Red Raids. Give him half a reason, they'll blame the Karja for anything.
Damn Karja slavers.
I thought you'd be back in Freeheap.
Well, after the big battle at Meridian, I went back. But realized it was running smooth. Didn't need me. Heard about the rebuilding out at Barren Light. Figured they could use another hammer. Been scraping by ever since.
You could always leave.
And go back east? Nah. I ain't one to leave a lit forge. Besides, someone's
Aw. I've missed Petra.
Well, I have to be going. Thanks for the drink, Petra. I'm glad I stopped by.
Anytime, Flamehair.
I love how she calls us flame hair too. It's so cute. And that's the first time we see Aloy drinking either.
Savior, over here.
Hey!
Savior, thank you for taking the time. And my condolences that you had to endure Olvend's bloviating.
I've dealt with worse. It sounds like he's really trying to put you over the barrel.
The idea that the Karja purposely let bristlebacks into the Daunt, it's completely absurd. but the louder and longer he says it, the more support he'll get for his damned concession decree.
How did the bristlebacks get into the Daunt?
No one knows for sure. The first report of them came from west of the quarry. But unless they have wings I don't know about, I don't see how they could have come over the mountains.
No other way in.
The only way I know about is Barren Light. Look, if you can get to the bottom of this, I can offer a considerable bounty in return. Help me shut Ulvund up.
Yes, please. I would gladly do that.
How did you get stuck out here?
I asked for the posting, believe it or not. Overseeing the entire valley on behalf of the Sun King? It was an honor. Is an honor, I mean.
But your job would be a lot easier without someone like Ulvund blasting hot air all the time?
Ulvund's not going anywhere. He's been around longer than I have. Even fancies himself the founder of Chainscrape. I'll find a way to live with him. I have to.
What is this concession decree that Ulvund wants?
He wants the Sundom to designate portions of the Daunt as Oseram holdings. Only the portions, mind you, that produce any value.
Let me guess. Because he stands to profit somehow?
Exactly. With the Daunt under Oseram law, he could secure more investment for their numerous ventures.
He can't get those investments without the concession?
No. Not while there's a chance the Sundom could revoke their access. Hence, why the concession is so important to him. And why blaming the Karja for the bristlebacks, no matter how absurd, works in his favor.
How does blaming the Karja for the bristlebacks help Ulvund get his concession?
Look around. This may be the Sundom, but Chainscrape is all gears and rust and bad ale. Claiming that the Karja loosed the bristlebacks in order to intimidate Oseram laborers into obedience. Well, let's just say no one here has forgotten the atrocities of the mad Sun King. And with the bristlebacks bringing work in the valley to a halt, Ulvund has plenty of time to pick at barely healed wounds.
And if the Oseram refuse to work, unless the concession is signed, you won't have a choice.
Correct. The reconstruction of Barren Light must continue.
How did you get stuck out here?
I asked for the posting, believe it or not.
I've already had
Overseeing
that.
the entire valley on it was an honor.
But your job would be a lot like Ulvund.
Ulvundson. He's been around long. Well, I have to.
I accidentally clicked that again. Sometimes in Zero Dawn it would appear white even though you'd already chosen that dialogue option.
You said the bristlebacks were first spotted west of the quarry?
Yes, according to one terrified laborer, said the ground trembled before they came charging down the hillside. He took off and ran all the way here.
Good place to start looking then.
If you learn the truth, maybe Ulvund will stop blaming the Karja for every problem under the sun, and maybe then he'll actually focus on rebuilding Barren Light instead.
I can find that out for you. Alright. Save here. Pick our new quest line. Oh, we don't have the means to do that yet. Double trouble. Well, we'll go to the mine and see about that.
Ignoring me again?
Never fear, my lady. Put my drink. You have found me. Anyone. Anyone. Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is. Love that. Where is this wanting me to go? It's leading me... Ah, it's leading me through the front gate. Right.
Someone's in a hurry.
I am. Why, thank you for noticing. Alright. Bit of a long trek, but we'll be fine. Pick up any bits of stuff along the way. Ooh. I know you saw me then.
I'll have to find a cauldron out here to learn how to override that.
Oh, so she just confirmed we've still got cauldrons. Can we just talk about how stinking cute the burrowers are, by the way? Alright. Past the burrow section, we're all good. Oh, the lens flare keeps making me think that there's more creatures around than there are. What are you? Gather crimson bloom.
I'll save this for a dagger.
Alrighty. Check we're going the right way, which we are. We've got all of these guys respawned.
Fire can help here.
I know fire can help early, but I don't have fire, do I? Alright. Let's see whether we can do this. Right. One down. Do. I don't want that scrounger to see me. So if he comes around this way, I can grab him. There's another one over there. Oh, you're going up there though. Let's put that there. The rest of you have gone up there, so I'm clear to get you.
It's about to get loud.
Bugger. Oh, that's different. Don't think I've seen the burrows do that before. That was stupid of me to try that just then. What am I stuck on? Oh, that completely missed. There we go.
This'll make a good die.
Again, messy, but we got there. And obviously I don't have upgrades or ammo yet, like good ammo. So I'll still figure everything out. At least I was able to take them down somewhat cleanly. Although I didn't anticipate having to fight them, I was trying to stealth them all.
Room on me. I can send it to my stash.
Alright, we're still going up. I hope we come into a campfire soon. Because I could stand to save a bit of my progress.
Smoke. Coming from where Arnav said I'd find his crew.
There should be a campfire around here, you'd think. If it's a point of interest. Or get that while I'm here.
This must be the mine Arnav told me about. It looks like the miners are in trouble. They're searching for me.
Let's have a look. Really? No campfire?
I knew we were blasting too fast.
Sure, this strike was
Only that scorch mark Ulfman hadn't pushed
Right?
us so hard.
That looks like the foreman Arnav mentioned. I should check in with him.
Alright. I need to end the stream here before I do this. Because I've got some commitments. But I will be back after. I hope it saves here because I can't go back to a save point at the minute. There's no campfires I've discovered. So yeah, there's no campfires around the area unless I go back down here. Alright. We'll just find this campfire really quickly. And then I've got to head off for the night. Sorry, little guys. I won't be dealing with you right now. Did you just throw a rock at me? Alright. Almost there. There we go. Alright, at least I've saved now. All the way back here almost. Oh well. Alright, thank you for joining me. I'll be back in about 3 hours to play again and continue the story. Hope you enjoyed this little segment though while it lasted, and I'll see you again in a little bit.